Yo, this is This Review, where I review things I have an opinion on. Good opinions, usually on pop culture because I love pop culture. Books, movies, TV shows, and podcasts. And today I actually came back from a listening session slash debrief discussion of the podcast Serial, produced by the same people who make This American Life. And the today's discussion slash panel was actually led by kpcc, who is SoCal's NPR, and it was really fun. It was because today was the finale. The finale was released, and we got to listen to it. And actually, there were lawyer expert opinions in the panel. So, because this is basically Serial is what happened this season was Sarah Koenig, a journalist, went over a case that happened in 1999, a murder case where this 17-year-old girl got murdered and her ex-boyfriend Anand got convicted. And Sarah actually goes over the entire case, all the evidence, all the witnesses, and she shares her findings and her conversations with everybody involved in a weekly podcast. And she also shares her opinions and her confusion at all the inconsistencies and the contradictions and things just don't match up in the case. And so she's presenting the case to us live. Even each week as she presents the podcast and it actually goes viral and everyone loves it, people are calling her in and presenting even more, giving her more information, so she has to kind of analyze it and see, is it relevant? Will this help Anand's case? Does it prove him guilty or innocent? And she actually presents it in front of us for the public, for everyone to hear. I really like the series Serial because it got the public involved. It got me involved and made me feel like a juror, because here are the facts laid out in front of me and I get to make a decision if he did or didn't do it. I mean, does it affect him or not? Probably not, but I got to be a part of it. And it's cool because I really like the finale today. Some people thought it sucked because we're all used to TV and movies where everything ends in a tight little bow, but this is real life and it didn't end with a little bow. There's still a lot of uncertainty. There's still a lot of unanswered, So based on what there is, in my opinion, I don't think he did it. There's such a lack of evidence, and listening in on his conversations with Sarah, I think that he's not a cold-blooded murderer. He's just not. He's a nice guy and he's smart and he's, not crazy. So that's my opinion, and I respect everybody else's opinion. Another thing that was brought up during the panel, which was really interesting, was this whole thing. I mean, it's really popular. Millions of people really enjoy it. I mean, I'm probably sure that it got a movie deal already. So in a way, it kind of makes one uncomfortable because we're being really entertained at someone else's expense. These are real people. In my opinion, this already happened. And if anything, this brings awareness of the justice system. Whatever flaw it is, there is a system to it. And from the lawyer's perspective, they have a great respect for this justice system and they really believe it is the best system, but not the most perfect. It is flawed. And in this case, I feel like Anand, the ex-boyfriend, actually got a raw deal. Things didn't go in his favor. Prosecution is supposed to seek out truth, but the prosecutors in his case look like they seek to win, to just took the easy way out and convict the guy and not even do diligence. So that sucks for him. Another reason that was brought up that I really like, one of the lawyers said that her takeaway was, we're not defined by one bad thing that we did. If I stole something, I'm not a thief. If I lied, I'm not a liar. And in this case, if he did or didn't do it, doesn't mean he's a murderer. And with this type of storytelling, and we're listening in on each person involved, they're not defined as just a murder or defined by this one case that happened 15 years ago. Even Anand, I really don't think he did it because in the conversation, one of the conversations that with him and Sarah, he said something like, It'd be easier for my family to accept me to be in jail if I really did it, because then the justice system did its job. But because I didn't do it, it's even harder for them to accept, and I worry about them. So I guess this really humanized all the sensationalism, crimes, or whatever you see. And as an actor, I was able to empathize with everyone involved. I mean, even like, why do people do what they do? And yeah, life isn't fair, and this really showed that. Or maybe he did do it. And it's just a really rich and interesting story, and it humanizes the things that happen in the world. So check it out.